Girls, passing something out if you give everybody one of these.
Oh, you don't take a ticket?
Yes. Everybody take a ticket, please, and pass this out. Everybody take one of those. Come on in. Do I have everybody? Am I missing anybody?
Yeah, you know, an extra one. They're all extra ones.
Who is it?
Is that all of us?
Robbie? Can you tell me when?
Here's extras.
Oh, plus it.
I think they've all done. Just hold on to them up there.
Okay?
Are these the tickets? Did everybody get a chance to take one?
Where's the
Take a ticket.
Pass that around, pass it on. Excuse me.
Wait, yeah. Are we waiting for one more?
Isn't the rest regular?
Robbie,
Yeah.
tell me when you're ready, okay?
All right, I'm ready.
You're ready.
Hit it.
Hit it. Why don't we turn our chairs around? Okay, the girls who are back to me, turn your chairs around, please. Not that I'm not gorgeous, but I like to look at you. Remember, the bags on your seat are yours. And there's some stuff in the bag.
Thank you.
Okay, goodie bag. Okay, Bobby, am I okay here?
Where are we
Okay.
going?
All right. That other lady is gonna, where is she sitting?
Right here, right here.
Okay, better wait till she gets here. And you can stop Bobby anytime? You got it? First of all,
I told him that.
ladies, first of all, welcome to the Pink Ladies Home.
Thank you.
I never say house, because to me this is a home. And there is a little bit of a difference between a house and a home. And I've tried to make this a home. So, it's not how old you are, but how you are old. And it is so true. It is so true. Kermit the Frog said, "It ain't easy being green." Well, let me tell you, it is easy being pink. It's easy because I feel every day that aura and that energy that a color can give to see life through rose-colored glasses. And I do have rose-colored glasses. Someone asked me the other day, and you know what the funniest thing is, when I told you that I write a script, I have a script. Never look at the script when I'm here. Because I get from you, who are in the audience, I get that feeling of excitement and enthusiasm. And then from there, I just go. So we're gonna wing it, we're gonna have a good time. Someone asked me, what do you, you're gonna be the queen today. Someone asked me, what's the first thing that you do in the morning, Pink? Yeah, well, what do you do? And I said, the first thing I do, put my feet over the bed, and I look up. And I say, thank you. Thank you so much for giving me another day to do what I love to do. Gratitude. Because I am thankful at this stage in my life to be able to do what I do and to make friends. And that's what's important. Where did this all come from? I mean, people ask, oh, where's the pink lady and that? I mean, and to look at you. I mean, where did this attitude come from? And it is attitude. And every one of you sitting here today, you all have an attitude. Now, it may not be as outgoing as my attitude, which is pretty outgoing. But there is an attitude there. And some of you show it in different ways. And other of you have to be shown how to take that attitude and use it, because we all have it. Number one, first of all, who here is married? I need to know how many are married. How many are widowed? Okay. How many are divorced? Good. How many are the single ones? Or how many are significant others, the ones that are divorced or widowed? Oh, come on. What is this? You know what? There's going to be a sign-up sheet later for my senior sexuality class. Hello? Hello? What is this? My God, where did I tell you my life story? Woo! I could fill a book, and we do. No, that's not good. Not good at all. And I'll tell you why. Someone once said to me, well, I'm through at this stage in my life dating. That's bullshit. I mean, come on. I mean, there are guys out there that really and truly are really nice. You got to find them. And then in my class, I tell you where to find them. I tell you how to find them. I tell you how to keep them. And then tell you how to let them go when they go good. So we go through the whole gamut, because you try once, you try twice, and going back to attitude. How many have been in my house before? Okay. 1936, cold, blustery day in Boston, Massachusetts. And I'm standing beside my mother, who was 8 months pregnant with my sister. And I am 4 years old. And now we're going to... You don't have to. I was 81 years young in September. Okay? So, but that's young today. With an attitude. With an attitude. And I'm standing beside her, the pouring rain. My dad, who was at that time, I think he just turned 20, was at the hospital with pneumonia. And we were going from a little town called Melrose down to Boston University Hospital to see him. The bus stopped, pouring rain. And the bus driver looks out and he sees my mother, 8 months pregnant, and me there. And he said, I'm so sorry, ma'am, but you're going to have to stand for 2 hours to get downtown. And my mother at that moment was going to say, well, I don't know. And I don't remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday. But I remember this. I dropped her hand, jumped onto the stairwell of the bus, put my hands on my hip. I said, excuse me, but isn't there a gentleman on this bus who let a lady sit down? 3 men got up. And we rode all the way down to the Boston University Hospital. But that day, my attitude was born. And I let no one, and I mean no one, or anything, rain on my parade. And that's a secret. From there, it just went uphill, downhill. It was like a roller coaster. At 17, my mother said, so, you graduated high school. You have anybody? 3 months later, I met a 6'1". Who remembers, oh my God, what's his name? I can't remember his name. He was a tall, gorgeous actor. Robert Mitchum. Oh, yeah. This guy was a Navy captain. Looked like Robert Mitchum. Drop dead gorgeous. 8 years older than I was. Here I am, 17, looking at this guy. And that was it. A few years later, 3 children later, I think I was about 25 at the time. So I got married at 17, had the first one at 18. I think it was about 25, 26. And everything was going along wonderful. And then he up and died on me. Oh, wow. So here I was at that young age with 3 kids. Really no education but a high school education. But a great mother and dad who were young. Because they married young, remember. And they said to me, you know what? We'll help you with the kids. You go out and try to get a job. Well, remember International House of Pancakes? They needed a hostess with the mostest. Was I not the hostess with the mostest? Didn't I clean up the kids, with the food and put the trays down and do everything? So I went there, and her name was Margot. And if you remember, they had a blue uniform with a big copper belt. And she said, oh, do you have training? Oh, plenty of training. Oh, okay, well, it's not that hard. And we have a register, I'm sure you know the register. Oh, easy, easy. Well, you know what? I think you'd make a good hostess. Your hours would be from 5 to midnight, which was great. So I saw the kids off to school, my mother and dad were there to help me at night. And the first night I got there and I'm giving everyone a menu and it's working out great. Margot says, listen, Jackie, you want to take the register for me? Shit. Yeah, okay, I was praying that people would just sit in their seats. 2 people came up. It was very nice to meet you and just so now, thank you so much. And did you have a nice meal? Oh, we had a great meal. And then you said you had 3 kids? Now they're getting a little ootsy there. Well, we really have to go, but we will be back. Meanwhile, she sees me, what's going on, comes over. I want to see you at 12 o'clock. Oh, sure. Go about my business. 12 o'clock, sits me down, says, you don't know anything about that register, do you? Now remember, there's a copper registers from that wall to that wall. And it was tough. And I'm looking at her and I'm almost crying. And I said, no, I don't. She said, let me tell you something. With that gift of gab, and with that zest for life and that energy, you don't have to know that register. I can teach you that register inside of 3 days, but I can't give you what you can give my customers. And I had a great job. But 5 to midnight, 3 kids. So my mother and dad said, you know what, you really got to get a job that's going to give you daytime work so you'll be home on the weekends. So I started to go to manicure school. So I went 5 to midnight to International House, went home, studied for 2-3 hours, got to sleep a couple of hours, and went to manicure school until like 3, and then went back to work. Did this for 7 months. But you got to remember how old I was at that time. I was in my 20s. At 20, you can do anything. I graduated manicure school, and I was so proud of myself. I had a little manicure kit, little white uniform. I was like so excited. I remember I graduated on a Thursday, okay? Graduating on a Thursday, and I read in the paper, Beverly Wilshire Hotel needs a manicurist. What? Hello? Beverly Wilshire Hotel caters to the stars and everything. What more could I ask, right? So I go there, and it was named Mary Ann Bowser's Beauty Salon. She was an actress at one time. So I get there, and Mary Ann says, well, you're a manicurist? Yes, I am. Well, I tell you what, you can give me a manicure, and let's talk. Now, you ladies know that a manicure, a regular manicure, with the massage and with the whole thing, the most 20, 25 minutes. You're done. 1 hour, and 48 minutes later, I'm done. And I am so proud of myself. And I said, here you are. And I'll never forget this. And Mary Ann looks at her hands, and she said, oh my God. This is the worst manicure that I have ever had in my whole life. How long have you been a manicurist? About 12 hours and 15 minutes. She says, oh my God, you got a good spot on me. But you got a gift to gab. And you got a zest of life that's contagious. My people are going to eat you up. They're going to love you. I can teach you by practice over and over again to be a manicurist. I can't give you that attitude. I can't give you that zest for life. So I stayed there, and then I went on to another place. Now, as part of the preparation, a little grandmother was in her late 80s, and she decided to move to Europe. And as part of her preparation, she went to her doctor and she gave him all her shots. Years ago, she needed them back. The doctor said to her, how are you doing? So she gave him a litany of all her complaints. Oh, this hurts and that hurts, and oh my God, I got a little ache here and everything. And he said, Mrs. Siegel, you have to expect things to start deteriorating. After all, you're going to be near 100. The grandmother looked him straight in the eye and she said, I'm only 99. Don't rush. I love this one. A woman and a man 70, 75, was sitting on a park bench, and a man came by and he sat down. He looked so sad and lonely. The woman turned, it was her brother, and she said, I'm gonna ask him what's the matter. And she said, is something wrong? And he said, well, I shot my wife. Oh my God, she turned to her brother. He shot his wife. Well, and what happened? Well, I just got out of jail after 10 years. Then you're single. You know, you gotta start somewhere. So here I am, okay? And I'm a manicurist. And all of a sudden, I said to myself, there's more to life. So my mother and dad said, you know what? You have to now go to, you ever remember Highland Springs?
Yes.
Highland Springs. Highland Springs had single weekends. So my mother and dad said, you have to go to this single weekend. At that time, single weekends were dedicated to women and men that were like from 25 to like 50. Well, I went for the single weekend. And I was in my 20s, remember? And that Friday night I arrived and they had a piano bar and I'm singing with everybody and having a great time. Saturday morning comes, I get into a little bathing suit and run out. Hi, I'm Jackie. Hi, oh hi, how are you? I'm Jackie. I had a great time. About 3:34, I'm not meeting anybody. I run back to the room, change into my tennis outfit with my tennis racket, run down to the tennis court, sitting there, and this older gentleman walks by. Hi. He said, how about a game of tennis? Oh, just finished. And he goes, well, how about a cup of coffee? And you gotta remember, I look so cute in that uniform. And I didn't play tennis. So when he said, how about a cup of coffee? That was wonderful. We went to the only place near Highland Springs that there was a coffee shop. That was Denny's. We sat at Denny's from 5 p.m. until 2 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
And it was like simpatico. Here was a man who had 2 children. He was a widower. And here I had 3. And we talked and we talked and I said, oh my God. It was like phenomenal. We went back to the hotel. The next day I went home and he asked me for a date. And we met at, in that time it was called, oh my God, I can't remember. It was in Beverly Hills, the Lua.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
And my mother had said to me, well, who did you meet? I said, nice gentleman. I said, he's about 15 years older than I am, but just young and wonderful. Within, I'd say, 2 weeks, I'm at the manicure place. Now, I had hours that were phenomenal. I did not work Saturday or Sunday. I did not work Fridays. I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, I had the salon to myself. I was working on Irene Dunn. And there was a knock on the door, and this florist was there, picked up these gorgeous flowers, and they were red. I wasn't wearing into pink at that time. And the card said, to the most independent woman with a dog, 3 children, and a mortgage, who I intend to marry.
Oh.
Walter had this house. So when we decided to get married and bring the 2 families together, we added on to the back room there. Because I said, with 5 kids, we need a place for those kids to go while we're having our dinner. And it was a great idea. Okay, I love this joke. This is the cutest one. 80-year-old Bessie Reingold burst into the recreation room of the men's retirement home. She holds up a clenched fist in the air and she announces, anyone who can guess what's in my hand can have their way with me. An elderly gentleman way in the back shouts, it's an elephant! And she said, close enough. Oh, Bessie. So here I am, and I'm married. Now my husband was in the garment business, and he had a showroom. How many know the California model?
Yes. Yeah.
He had a huge showroom downtown the California Mart. And he said, enough with the manicure, you're too good. I mean, you can sell anything. I need to bring you into my business. So he taught me how to be a sales rep for women's wear. We were there about 3 months. I was there 3 months. And he had a big glass showroom. And they had long halls. And I was walking down the hall, I had pink on that day, and someone yelled, "Hey, pink lady!" My husband said, "Come here." He was a marketing genius. He said, "You are now the pink lady. We're going to brand you that everyone in the world is going to know who you are." 2 weeks later, I come into work, and on the showroom, in glass, Walter P. Goldberg and Associates, starring the big pink star, the Pink Lady. Well, I gotta tell you something. It took off like you cannot believe it. People, I mean, I lost the identity of Jackie Goldberg. It was the Pink Lady. I would call a buyer, my buyer at Caesars. I said, "Hi, is Paul there?" And I would forget. And the woman who answered would say, "No, Paul's not here." I said, "Well, this is Jackie Goldberg. I'm sorry, Jackie, he's not here." "Is this Essie?" "Yeah, Essie, Pink Lady." "Oh, shit, Pink Lady." When? Right to the buyer. So it opened up doors that you would not think that it would open. Because if someone says to you when you leave here, where were you today?" "I was at Jackie Goldberg's and, oh, yeah." No, the Pink Lady. "Oh, the Pink Lady." It was the best branding that I could have had to take with me through my life at this time, and which it did. Walter and I brought up the kids, and we brought the 5 together. So there was 3 boys and 2 girls. 39 years later, wonderful years, I traveled all over the country as a sales rep. 39 years later, Walter passed away. He had said to me when he was getting sick, he said, "Remember one thing. If anything happens to me, remember what I'm going to tell you now. Life is for the living. So, my darling, you have to live." And I did. He died when I was 70, 71. And I decided that I was going to reinvent myself. I've been a sales rep for 40 years. There's a life out there. There's other things that I wanted to do. I said, "You know what? I'm young. I'm going to reinvent myself." So I did. How did I do it? I got up, and I got out, and I got another life. And how do you do that? I started to go out, but a year later, started a date, and this gentleman said to me, "I think, you know what, you're so full of vitality, you should go into this Ms. Senior pageant." And I talk about attitude. I went, pageant, senior pageant, that's not me. No, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. So, and the entrance thing was you had to send your picture in with a 32-second philosophy of life. Mine was to think pink, to feel the aura and the energy that a color can give, to let you see life through rose-colored glasses. And I got in to be a contestant. There was 24 other ladies in this particular contest. It was for Miss Senior LA County. Now, I know nothing about pageants. I know nothing about what they wore. So I had my dressmaker make me a gown, and it was adorable, I thought. Until I saw Alicia. Alicia was 5'9", felt like a brick you-know-what, the boobs up to here, in a gown that showed everything, slid up to here, all sequins, naked here, I mean, Dr. Gorgeous. She was an opera singer. And then Evelyn was a tap dancer, 91, tap dancer, cute little dress here, sequins. I mean, they were dressed, and they were absolutely talented. They were phenomenal. What did I do? I talked. So I said, what can I do? I know, I'll do a monologue. So I took to be or not to be, and I did to age or not to age. That's the question. I have to tell you a cute story. A woman's guide to love and lasting relationship. 1, find a man who makes you laugh. 2, find a man who can cook and do a good job. 3, find a man who is honest. 4, find a man who will pamper you with gifts. I like that. 5, find a man who is awesome in bed. Oh yeah. Most of all, now this is really the most important part, never let these 5 men meet. Okay, so, where was I? Here I was in the contest, and I did my thing. And the first part about it, you had to wear like a very nice suit, and there were 5 judges. So this one judge, Bank of America, says, and what is this with pink? I said, excuse me, Bank of America? Yeah. You're vice president? Uh-huh. If you had this marketing tool that I have, your bank would be doing better than it is. Attitude. Went through it. I understand afterwards that everyone gave me an A. And then I did my thing. But this was important because this was a talent contest. And they really rarely pick anybody that just speaks, because you're used afterwards all over the country to go in and sing and dance for people. And these people were awesome. And all of a sudden it came to the end, and they went according to size. And naturally I was at the end, and I forgot that I was mic'd. And they said the first runner-up is Mary Jane so-and-so. Mary Jane swings out, black sequin dress, drop dead gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Second runner-up, Mary Lou Harris. Mary Lou gets up, thank you, thank you, thank you. And by now, I look up and I go, thank you. Remember, there's 750 people out there. I said, thank you so much for giving me the chutzpah to get up before all these people and do my thing. And I'm going off the stage. And I hear him say, and our own new Ms. Senior L.A. County is our own Pink Lady. Oh. And here I was. And that was my gown. And I went, oh shit. The audience went crazy. And they loved it. It's all attitude. Because I was not dressed like these ladies. I didn't know. And I said went over to the judges, I said, what? I don't have the talent that they have. What made you pick me out of 24 women? And they went, oh, that was easy. You exemplify what age is all about. What aging is about. It's not growing old, it's growing older. It's growing with grace and dignity. It's growing with fun and pizzazz. And that's what you embody. And that's what we wanted to show. So I won. Now, it's just catapulted after that. I got an agent. I got a film. I got Taft-Hartley in the Screen Actors Guild. And there again, attitude was there. First meeting, Screen Actors Guild, there were 5 new people, myself and 4 others. Ed Asner's there, and Connie Stevens is there, and I mean all the stars. There was a big board meeting. And we were 5 of us sitting there, they were over the other side, and the president said, would everybody get up and tell these nice 5 people who you all are? And all these stars are getting up. Oh my God, oh, I'm so nervous. And then, it's your turn, new people. And I'm going, I want to be last, okay. And I'm thinking, it's either now or never. It's either now you're going to continue who you are, or you're just going to fade. And they said, I'm John, I'm this. And now the lady in the pink. And I get up and I said, and I am the Pink Lady. And Ed Asner yells, I like that name. And we became friends right then and there. But that set the mood. And then afterwards it was Jackie Goldberg, Pink Lady. The point was, when you know who you are, and you're comfortable in who you are, everybody else gets that. Because that aura that we all have in this room just juts across. I was not joking when I said to the ladies who, do you have a significant other and a partner and all that stuff? because I have to be truthful with you. They're not gonna come knocking at our door. They're just not gonna do it. Not at this stage in our life. They're out there. I went to Home Depot and I said to the man, I need this a screwdriver, and I'm not good at this, and I need to say, where's the screwdrivers? Nice looking guy. And he said, well, it's down there. I said, would you mind? I hate when you say down there because I always get lost. Oh, well, I'll come and show you. So he comes down, he shows him, he starts to talking. We had coffee. And I mean, darling, that's good I didn't ask for a screwdriver. But I did afterward. But anyway, or if I'm in volunteers. How many here volunteer? Okay, this should be, every hand should be up. Because let me tell you, volunteering, you meet the best people and the most fun. I volunteer at the Motion Picture Home, volunteer at the Getty Museum, I volunteer at a little elementary school. I'm pink grandma to the first graders, and in this is one of my daughter's classes. Cute story. Little Tommy raises his hand. Pink grandma. I said, yes, Tommy. Pink grandma. Do you wear pink underwear? Sign of the times. I said, yes, I do, Tommy. I'm going to tell my daddy. Not about my daddy. I was like, okay. You know, whatever works. Another story, talking about senior sexuality. I had a group of women in here. I had about 40 a couple of weeks ago. And one little lady raises her hand. Pink? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you date? And do I look like I'm friggin' dead? Of course I do. 2 seconds later. Yes, Esther, what is it? Well, now everyone's listening. Do you, I said, do you want to know if I have intimate, romantic relations? Yeah. How do I look? Oh, you look great. How's my skin? Oh, your skin is wonderful. Does that answer your question? A few months ago, I met Raquel Welch, the movie actress, at an AARP meeting. She told me that aging reminds her of a different country in different worlds. From 18 to 22, you're like Africa. You're half driven and half wild. From 23 to 33, we're like Canada. We're open to trade and well developed. From 34 to 44, we're like India, very hot and quite relaxed. From 45 to 50, we're getting kind of cozy and warm. From 51 to 59, we're kind of very staid and elegant. From 60 to 65, it's like Yugoslavia. Lost the war, but learned from past mistakes. From 66 to 70, very wide borders, which are unpatrolled and takes courage to leap over. And from 70 to 70 on, it's like Tibet. You're wise beyond age, strong-willed, but ready to visit all the other countries. So as we age, I always say, do things, we breathe every day. But that's not what we want. We want to have life to take our breath away. And we want to enjoy ourselves. I brought up a cute story. In senior sexuality, I said to the ladies, and this is on a serious note, when you have been married for a while, and either divorced or widowed, all of a sudden, you're out there in the world. And we think because of our age, that we're safe. Do you know that that man at that senior center, we call it wellness centers now, he has been single at an older age also. But he's been screwing everything in that stage, all in that senior center. Now here we are, and we're dating him. The biggest group to get venereal disease is right in this room.
Oh, you're kidding.
Right here.
Is it?
Because we don't think about a condom.
Yeah.
We don't think that we're gonna need it. Let me tell you a little secret. Unless you know that that person has never been with somebody, get a condom. I went to the drugstore.
I can imagine.
And I went in and I said to the kid behind the counter, where are the condoms? This little 20-year-old, I thought he'd go through the friggin' floor. He was, the what? Meanwhile, there's two other people behind him. I said, I want some condoms. Well, we keep them in the back. Oh, well, let's go. Well, I gotta get a key, okay. And he goes back and they're under glass. Oh, what's that? It says love all the time. Oh, that's a good one. How does that come? It comes 6 in a package. I'll take a package. Oh, what's that one? All night ecstasy. Oh, how does that come? That comes in 12. I'll take 12 of them. Meanwhile, the two people who came from the front, they're dying. I said, oh, lady, what is she doing here? Then I go, what is that one? Oh, that one says ecstasy delight. Oh my God, that's it. What does that come? 2 dozen. Oh, I'll definitely take 2 dozen. Because I'm going to give them out, right? He doesn't know that. They thought I was a slut of Woodland Hills. And I get back and I give out the condoms to all the ladies in my class there in senior sexuality. And they're like, really? Oh my God, you're kidding. And I showed them all the statistics. So I tell you in all honesty, and we talk about it again, as I said, in the class, but you really do have to be careful. Because the gentlemen are wonderful, and we are wonderful, and we want to stay wonderful. So here I am at a great age, and I'm seeing as a star, as a legend in my own mind, that there are stars my age who are not getting out there. Meryl Streep was out there, Judi Dench was out there, Pink Lady ain't out there. So why? Well, in the entertainment business, as you know, age. So I decided that I would begin Senior Star Power Production Company. I did it 5.5 years ago. It was actually 2009, my first show. It was in a 50-seat theater. We did it for 6 weeks, sold out every night and more. The talent is always 60, 70, 80 and up. We have grown so big in 5 years. We've had 5 shows. We just had a review in November. That we are now working with the city, as I told you, and finding us a home that's similar to the Palm Springs Follies here in Los Angeles. The next show will be next year. That's why I wanted all your numbers and everything. And it will be in a 300-seat theater. And we hope to have it like similar to a Broadway show in the Follies, a combination. Bobby does the splits here, and she is phenomenal. And an actress and a great one. And I'm proud to have her with me as a friend. So that's what I'm doing now, at a young age of 81 and a half. And I say to you, yes, I say thank you every day. And, 1 second, after Walter passed away, I dated a lot. Met a man about 8 years ago, it's actually a little over 8 years ago. And he was my partner for 7 years until he passed away a little over a year ago. So I've been alone for about a little over a year. Until a friend of mine said, I want to introduce you to somebody. Okay. And now we're dating. And he is a darling, 82 years young, and I'm 81. He is a entrepreneur. His name is Albert Sweet. He owns Occidental Entertainment Holdings in Hollywood. And Mayor knows him, I know him, I mean, the world knows him. The most delightful gentleman, has a lovely home in Malibu. And the cute story is I had him over my house here, and he loved my house, and he said, you know, maybe I could change my colors in the house. I said, don't get excited, I'm fine right now. What I'm saying to you, and I say this in my book, it ain't over till I say it's over. And the same thing with you. If there's anyone here, I also have classes on getting up, getting out, and getting a life, besides the senior sexuality and others. If there's anyone that would like to come into our classes, we do half-day class and one-day seminars. It would be my pleasure to talk to you. Because let me tell you, I helped 2 people last year. One is just getting married this year, the other one got married last year. One is 74, the other is 79. What I'm saying to you is that life does not stop because we reach an age. We stop if we let ourselves stop. So it's not because, then it was so cute. Someone said to me the other day, well, big Tom, look at you. I mean, hello, you don't look 81. And I said, excuse me, I work hard at not looking 81. And I do everything I can because that's my nature, to do what I can. But to me, if you don't have that inward wanting to get out, that inward saying, hey, you know what? I'd like to go out with someone. One woman raised her hand last time. She said, well, I just don't need sex anymore. So excuse me. Don't ever say that. Because sex is only an exercise. Intercourse is an exercise. That doesn't mean anything. That's nothing. That's only a little teeny part of the equation. What's the equation? Is holding hands. What's the equation is getting a hug. Or getting a kiss, or someone saying, boy, you look nice in that black outfit, and the beads, and I like your hair today, and wow, you know what, you are so pretty. That, to me, is romance. So it's not sex that we want at this stage. It's good if you get it. But it's the romance that you want. This little old man, and this little old lady, when they were in Florida, and they decided at 84 and 85 to get married. So, they were walking down the Floridian Boulevard and they came across a drugstore and they said, I gotta go in for a minute. The man walks in, he says to the man behind the counter, do you sell wheelchairs? Oh, sure. Oh, hey, Bessie, they sell wheelchairs. Do you sell like arthritis things and all that stuff for my back? Oh, sure. What about hot water bottles? Oh my, this is a drugstore. We sell everything. You know what? Would you mind if we gave out your name and our invite for because we want presents. This little old lady goes into a drugstore and she walks over to the pharmacy. She says, you know what? I need some cyanide to kill my husband. Excuse me? He says, I can't sell you cyanide to kill your husband. I'd go to jail for that. With that, she opened her pocketbook, took out a picture of her husband with his wife in bed. And handed it to the pharmacist. The pharmacist looks at her and he says, why didn't you tell me you got a prescription? I have to tell you, you are a most delightful group of people today. One of the most delightful I've had in a long time. And what you have is a zest for living and going and doing. It has been my pleasure today, and thank you, God, for giving me the pleasure of having you here tonight. Any questions from the audience? Yes?
What do you think of the dating sites?
The what?
The dating sites.
The dating sites. I have to tell you, I have been not going on them. For one reason. When you're an actress and you have to bring a headshot in, I've seen the headshots that people bring in. This one is 60, brings a headshot of 30. This guy is like 80, his headshot looks like he's 50. And that's what I don't like. I don't like the dishonesty that's going on. I would rather be fixed up by someone who knows someone, or meet someone. I mean, I have to be honest with you. I'll walk into Starbucks in the morning, and I get up at 6, and I'm at Starbucks by 7 having a cup of coffee. And there are people there, and I walk over, hi, I always see you here. I'm the pink lady, and you're so-and-so. And you know what? You just meet people. I say, don't be afraid to say hello. Or smile. My God, walk down the street and just smile at people. And you know what? They want to smile back. They want to say hello back. Maybe they just don't have the nerve to do it. You have the nerve to do it. Dating sites, go on if you want. JDate is a good one. Match.com, I understand, is very good. But just be careful. Or write, tell me or show me what you really look like. And I'm going to show you what I look like. Because a lot of us don't do that. And what happens, the first instinct when you do meet, and I've heard it, you just turn people right off. You just do. Yes.
My daughter went through this without harmony, and she met the most wonderful man. But she said, stay away from the free sites.
Yeah.
Because your chances of getting some pretty grubby,
Right.
disgusting people.
Yeah, you are. I would rather
Get
to
what you
be,
pay for.
well, I would rather, to be honest, get your behind up off the chair and volunteer. UCLA, I met 2 great guys there this past year. UCLA has a law program that you're the witness and you do a different witness every week, and they have men and women do it, and it's a volunteer, and it is, I met a professor, I met a doctor. I mean, it's, to me, that's the way to do it. Because now you're meeting people that you see and you can talk to. Any other questions? Yeah. Well, I thank you a million. There's still more food. And tell your friends about Get Up, Get Out, Get a Life. And please sign, if you haven't, the paper there so that we can send you all our information. And Bobby, I tell these ladies to get up, get out, and definitely have a great life in front of you. Thank you. Yeah.
The prize.
Oh, the prize. Oh, okay. Everybody have one?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Wait, there's the compass right there.
Yeah.
No, we don't have any.
Okay. Get one before we do it. Gonna pick out prizes. Okay. Pick out a number. Everybody have a number?
Not yet.
I'm going to read the last 3 numbers of a few of these. 105. Don't tell me I picked one that one's not here. I did 28. Oh, that's too funny.
96.
Okay, pick one. That's funny.
Amazing she could pull it.
This is number 084. There you go. Give her, the beat goes on. The pink lady. Would you pass that by? Okay, would you like to use that every morning? Thank you. 106. Yay. Here we go. Pass it by. Here you go. Last one. And the last cup is 082.
Oh, wow.
Good, thank you so much. Thank you. I tried.